So in just a second, I'm going to play a clip of what I think is a very interesting, very meta, very useful conversation between Dax Shepard and Ed Norton on the podcast Armchair Expert. So the reason I think it's useful and super interesting is because it talks about taking big swings in life, swinging for the fences. If you're going to lose, wouldn't you rather take a big swing and lose than to play it safe and quietly lose in the corner and just fade away? At the beginning of this clip, they talk about Nicolas Cage and how he's almost like the most unique actor in the modern era. If you take a look at a lot of his roles, we make fun of them sometimes as being campy, but really he's doing something interesting in all of his movies. He's trying something different. And that's how new things are born, aren't they? And as you'll hear in the conversation, that's one of the things that makes him a great actor, makes him a unique person, maybe at the forefront of doing something interesting, that he swung for the fences, he tried something big. Now it happened to stick in his case, but what's the difference in terms of like, if you make it on the first swing or you make it on the 10th swing? Wouldn't you want to try something big in your life if you're stuck in your job or you're stuck in a place in life where you are kind of moving slowly? Shouldn't we be going for broke?
Nick Cage, for us.
Oh, God.
Nick Cage did a thing that is very rare. I think you could point to very few people in the modern era who did something original.
Yeah.
Like entirely original as an actor.
Yeah,
and Nick Cage was like, what I'm going for, like, I'm going to go operatic, surreal.
Well, he's like Bowie.
Yeah,
he's
I'm gonna do a thing that's so heightened. And Raising Arizona, I mean, I can't think of a lot of movies I watched more.
Yeah.
Not only because of the filmmakers, but because when Holly Hunter punched him in the face and he did that lean take into the camera, or when he gets in, or he turns to John Goodman and goes, "Well, I don't particularly think."
I don't particularly think.
It's like, but you talk about people, but you realize like everybody was looking at that and going, "What is that?" It's inimitable. It's like he has done his own thing.
It's very punk rock. It's very brave and very,
very bold. He's getting at the essence of a thing better than anyone playing it straight could get.
And I bet if we were his age or contemporaries, we'd have been like probably just triggered by his bravery and belief in himself and then started shitting on him. But I was young and I was like, oh, I don't know what's good or bad. I know that this is the most entertaining guy I could watch.
More and more what I realize is that the culture at large has a very conservative impulse. Sometimes we're all collectively more conservative than we think we are. And I think a lot of times there's this unconscious tightening up when a thing comes along, and you realize that in retrospect, what you really admire are people who just take big fucking swings. Big swings, big risky swings that are often not understood fully.
Yeah, or don't even hit the mark.
Yeah, or they destabilize people enough they can't celebrate it right away. If 50% of people aren't made uncomfortable by it, it probably won't stick long term.
Right.
And
well, that's I think our little primate group thing where it's like we all know to toe the line and to step out and to potentially be shunned by the group has such life or death consequences for us for so long that I think when we see someone do something that we're like, ooh, this could potentially have the result of excommunicated, we immediately like panic. Like I think there's some kind of primitive panic of like, oh, this person might get kicked out of the group. It's too out there.
The funny thing is we remember Nirvana. I remember reading something with Neil Young, and Neil Young said, I heard that record and went in my garage and cried and played guitar harder than I've played it in a long time to try to
recapture
catch the level of energy coming off that. And I remember thinking, always be like Neil Young.
Yeah.
If you ever have the chance, never try to put the lid on what people coming after you are doing. Grab them and haul them up